Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Sunday Mother's Day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parrish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, go to Brock. You need a roof, call Parrish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. I'll be right back. Okay. Yes, Mark S. said close call this morning. It is 11:36 a.m. Still morning. Alexa, stop. Still morning. But it's Mother's Day. So woke up and went and got E-Rock breakfast, and then she had breakfast, and we did Mother's Day presents, and then I did my cold plunge and got dressed, and we're getting everything ready, man. Going over to JJ's house, as Drew's fond of calling it. Go do the family Mother's Day lunch with E-Rock's family, and then later go see Mama Scone and make a day of it here on Mother's Day. Watch baseball, all that stuff too. Tigers, how about it, y'all? LSU run rules Arkansas 13-3. Go this way. The end of that game was absurd. Go this way. Absurd that you're up 12-0. You need 3 outs. Maverick Rizzi goes double walk single. It's 12-1. They bring in Primo. He gives up an RBI single. It's 12-2. You go to Jaden Newt, gets a strikeout, but then there's a pass ball, so runners go to second and third. And then they get a sac fly, so it's 12-3. Now all of a sudden you don't have the run rule in play, so you got to go in the bottom of the seventh. You do get the leadoff single from Dickinson, and then Brown sacrifice bunts. Might have been safe, but for stumbling out of the box. Then Ethan Fry strikes out, of course. But Fry had a good game. I'm not saying, of course. I just mean, like, of course, because you have a chance to walk this thing off. And then Milam strikes out, but the ball gets away, and then you have a throwdown situation, and the catcher makes an errant throw to third in the rundown, and then Jones is safe at home. So, whatever. Good. Dickinson. Dickinson was safe at home. Excuse me. Dickinson. Bruce Dickinson. Never questioned Bruce Dickinson. But nonetheless, look, Anthony Einstein was awesome. 6 innings, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, no runs. He was phenomenal. Jake Brown homers twice. Aaron Beatty homers, has a 3-hit day. Fry homered. It was awesome. Great day for the Tigers. You know, you've been waiting for this offensive eruption. You scored 7 runs all of last weekend against A&M. You scored 13 in this game. So, awesome. Great to see the Tigers go bust out that way, and needed it. And now you go into game 3 here on Sunday with Case and Evans fresh, ready to roll. Go this way. Whoops. You know what I didn't do? I didn't set the Facebook to the public audience. Hang on. There we go. Goodish. So anyway, it'll be Case and Evans against Landon Beetlescheiss from Arkansas. He's kind of been their number 3's a 6'3" lefty. On the season, he's got a 4.65 ERA. He's 4-0. 11 starts, 4.65 ERA, about a strikeout per innings pitched. 50 strikeouts, 50 and a third innings pitched. He's walked 16. So you face a lefty, which means certainly Fry will be in the lineup as your DH. What do you do in right field? Is it Brown? Is it Pearson? We'll see what Jay elects to do. Would sound foolish after a 2-homer, 3-hit day for Jake Brown, but Jay platoons in right. So no matter how much I yell about it, pound the table, and how obvious it is to me and many others, I'm not the coach of the team, so I don't get to make that decision. I'm button that one. Yeah. Trying to see, because it kept flopping open. You could see that. Anyway, all right, let's say some good morning, y'all. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Trivia, good morning. Thank you, man. I'll tell E-Rock. She's getting dressed, so. Go this way. Don't say Beetlescheiss 3 times. Thought about it. Beetlescheiss. Clayton, what's going on, man? Thomas, good morning. Cody, shout out to LSU women's tennis for making the Elite Eight. There we go. Brian, happy Mother's Day. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Kelly Gross, happy Mother's Day. Hope you have an awesome day and everybody treats you awesome. Randall, chances Hines comes back if he's second round pick. None. 0. He's gone. You don't come back. You go this way. In your draft year, you leave. You don't have leverage if you come back. So you leave when you have your leverage. Go this way, that way. Yeah, so I asked last night when Einstein was dealing, I texted a scout buddy of mine. I said, how much money has Einstein made in the last month? And he's like, he probably went from 500K to 800K, second round pick. And I said, what's the ceiling? How high can he go? He said second round. Now, logically, that makes a lot of sense. But I also saw Ty Floyd. We all saw Ty Floyd a couple of years ago go from that range to just exploding in Omaha and going up and being a late first round pick. So we'll see. It takes one team, but that's kind of where it would stand now. Merrick, thanks, man. I'll tell E-Rock. Brett, listen to the cold plunge, then hit the sauna. Happy Mother's Day to E-Rock. Hey, you shouldn't go cold hot, man, because you want your body to naturally rise back, Brett, to that to your temperature. So don't go. I know people do that. They go, but you want your body to burn all the energy, warming itself back up. You don't want to go straight into the sauna, man. Let's see. Blaze, go this way. Hallelujah, car is done. Who dat? Go Tigers. Mark, good for you, Matt. Got priority straight. Mark, happy Mother's Day. You're right. Thank you, Mark. By the way, I mentioned it last week. For those who missed, I got to meet Mark last Saturday at Jazz Fest. I'm walking out amid a sea of 100, 200,000 people, however many it was. Mark came up to me and made some comment about Southern Miss, and should have instantly known that was Mark. Go this way. But it's always great. It's always great when we all get to meet in person. What?
Bills, please.
Okay, thank you for asking. Since you asked so nicely. Well, actually, here you go, Thomas. Let me do this while I get up to go give Drew videos on Daddy's phone. Here you go.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Hey, Erica. I turned off the oven, but you want to check it? Just now. I don't want to overcook. Babe, please go check them. All right. All right. Make defense great. Whoop. I miss my Devin. Good morning. Yep. There you go, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Christian, good morning, man. Hope you're doing well. The jumping was great. Oh, on the safe call. Blue was ready to go home. That was all about him. Jesse, awesome, man. Thanks. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Gulf South, bigger surprise. LSU up 2-0 versus Arkansas. Right? Oh, A&M down 2-0 Mizzou. That's not. I mean, Arkansas is a really good team. Like if Arkansas had come in here and taken a game, I don't think that would have surprised anybody. But also Arkansas has also lost their last 2 road series, and so it's not a big surprise that LSU at home is up 2-0. Missouri was 0-24 in the league. I mean, that's to be up 2-0 on Texas A&M is astonishing. Like we were all looking at that. I mean, they had been swept 8 straight weeks. They were swept 8 straight weeks, and now they've won the series against A&M. Yes, that's stunning. Got it, Thomas. Check the box. Austin, happy Mother's Day to Erica. Was offered tickets to the baseball game Friday, stayed for the whole thing. Oh, Lord. God bless. The few, the proud, those that stayed past 1 a.m. That's tough. Oh, wait, hang on. I've got something for y'all. So, as we've all seen, oh, man, where is it? So, as we've all seen now, as we have all seen, LSU walked off. LSU.
What? They'll say,
Go this way.
where they are. They're at raw.
I'm trying to find it. We made at 929 Misfits. We made 1:17 a.m. shirts with the Jay Johnson quote, and I can't find it on the website. Oh, there it is. 1:17 a.m. We're the best team in America at 1 a.m. The quote from Jay Johnson. So we made shirts at 929 Misfits. Here you go. Paste there. It's in the comments for those that would like to.
Go this way.
That would like to purchase. I purchased mine. One for me and one for Erica today. Paste. There we go. Boom. Sorry, y'all. That was, I had to go find it in the catalog, but got them. Anyway, all right. Where are they at? Home Depot? Oh, no, where? Ruckus? Did Daddy and Drew go to Ruckus yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Daddy got him some shoes. Okay. Anyway, so Jay Johnson, we know that Jared Jones walk-off homer against Tennessee, Ethan Fry's walk-off sac fly, both happened at exactly 1:17 a.m., so we made 1:17 a.m. shirts. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be right back. Do you like our chances for number 1 overall seed? No, I do not. Texas is going to be the number 1 overall seed. Jason crushed Arkansas Saturday. We need the sweep today. Would love the sweep today. You don't need it. You've done what you needed to do in this series. Now go get 2 next week on the road against South Carolina, and you've locked up a national seed before you go to Hoover. So you don't need it today. You get it today, then it just increases your margin for error next weekend. But if we're being honest, I mean, South Carolina is awful, and they won 5 games in the league. And I mean, again, look at what Missouri's doing, beating A&M. So I would love to erase all doubt going up there. All right, Devin. I think first pitch is at 3 today. Hang on. Let me check to make sure. I think it's at 3. Let me make sure. I thought it was 3. Today is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Chance, only news that could have been better than Carr retiring would be Mickey Loomis joining him. Bullpen worries me deep in the postseason. Yeah, Ashley, the go this way.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Dad, good morning. Happy Mother's Day to Erica.
Back.
I'll be right back. Huh?
I'll be right
Yeah, 3 o'clock. So bullpen. Yesterday wasn't great. It was also a day where the game was so firmly in hand and everyone was given the directive, like, just go throw strikes. And so they did, and they got hit, and it wasn't good. It was frustrating. But I think we can all objectively say we have seen guys emerge in the bullpen and the rotation of the bullpen shrink. So, like, we know who the guys are they're going to count on. They're just going to have to go deliver. Are you right, like, to say, like, it's a concern? Is it a weakness? Sure. That's the biggest concern on the team. But you've also had guys emerge and step up and become consistent performers for you. Rick, it's dramatically better than it was 6 weeks ago. Rick, Matt, with LSU basketball now having 13 and with rev share coming, if Trey decides to play next year, we get rev share basketball. It's a great question. Probably not. I don't know the answer to that, but he is being paid handsomely for football. I'll be right back. So probably not for basketball, but I don't know the answer to that. LSU's never been the 1 seed. Feels like it's a cursed position. Yeah, I mean, last year Tennessee won the national championship as the number 1 overall national seed. That's the first time the number 1 overall seed had won the national championship since the first year of this format, when Miami was the number 1 national seed in 1999 and won the national championship. Again, from 99 until 2024, it didn't happen for 23 years in between. Beetle-Shice. By the way, Beetle-Shice is Beidelschies. Jerry, good morning. Happy Mother's Day to all. Yes, sir. We're going to wrap this up here in a minute because we need to get ready and get out the house to get we're supposed to be gathering at noon. And this one's still in his pajamas.
But I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. A&M's definitely joined their series with Missy. Mama E-Rock. Let's see. Josh Pearson was 4-4 versus A&M in game 1. Jay decided to give John Pearson his first start in game 2. I say this because since Brown hit 2 homers yesterday, Jay will probably start McPaul today. Like, in the A&M series, John Pearson started to get another right-handed bat in the lineup. And I get it. They started the lefty. They were all 3 starters were lefties. I'll be right back. And I'm with you completely, Gulf South. You know that. Go this way. But yes, like, Jay is unconventional. He plays. He has this odd mix of sometimes playing hunches and then being so married to analytics, like with all the defensive alignments, letting Mark Wanaka do all that. It's just very unconventional. And it's head scratching for me and for a lot of people at times, but he also wins a ton, which is undeniable. It's kind of like Les Miles. Les Miles was head scratching and frustrating, but he won a lot of football games. Brett, forgive me. Cold plunge, then light workout, stretching, some mobility. Finish with. There you go. You got it, Brett. You don't need me to tell you what to do. You know what to do. Carl the Cat. Happy Mother's Day to E-Rock and Mama Scone. Thank you, man. I'll pass it along. Carter Peak. If Jake Brown is obvious to all of us, what is Jay's logic in keeping the platoon? He really likes Ethan Fry and Josh Pearson and wants to get them playing time in ABs. Go this way. 18 down, 19 tomorrow. And by the way, I know they mentioned on the broadcast yesterday that Jake Brown's batting average against lefties is like 200 or just over 200. And that's fine. And he did strike out against the lefty they brought in yesterday. However, when your at bats against lefties are lower, because they don't let you hit against lefties, your sample size is going to be lower. And so it's not going to be representative. It's like whenever at the first, 2 weeks of the season, you're batting 860 because, you're 8 of or 9 of 11 or whatever it is. You need a growing sample size. Well, if you don't play against lefties, you never have an opportunity to see lefties, to get into a rhythm against lefties, to increase your batting average. So it's hard to, and if you want to look at a single at-bat sample size, Brown's first homer of the season this year came against Missouri against a lefty. Anyway. Do you see a scenario where the Saints could bring back Jameis Winston? Well, Jameis is under contract right now in New York, so probably not. They'd have to trade for him. I don't think they're going to do that. Bob, hey, Matt, is it true you and Terrio sang back up on the Parrish jingle? Not true at all. That is Mr. Toby Tomplay, and he had like a studio band and backup singers that did all that. I'm sure Shelley Brown Tomplay, the mother of Roni the Tiger, also sang on that. But no, not me and Terrio. Push toward afternoon, Scone. We're close, man. Hey, John, good morning. Matt, good morning. Break out the brooms today. I'm here for it. Paul, Mark, T-shirt incoming. Kenneth, Jay Johnson, the same amount of wins through 2. I saw that. The great Todd Polites. How about that stat? Jay Johnson coaches 250th game. This is a good one, too. Box 117. Not bad. Not bad. Morning, Matt. Had my first child last night. Said she was going to be good luck for the LSU game. Look at the results. Love it, man. Congratulations on becoming a dad. And to your wife or wife, girlfriend, fiance, I'm being presumptive there, on becoming a mom for the first time. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Quentin, good morning, Sweep the Hogs. Does the 929 shirt shrink when washed? No, it's a standard like cotton t-shirt. Wash is fine. I tend not to put my shirts in the dryer. I like hang dry them for that reason. I hang dry all, well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. I'm sure if you go like super high heat over time, it'll shrink. What you need is good pitching. True. Murder Giraffe should have made something Halo themed with the 117. I don't know what that means. Sorry. We can. Absolutely can. Explain to me what that means. I don't know what 117 Halo is. Morning, Matt. See the highlight of the Jonah Williams at bat versus Florida Friday. It was really strange. You can tell he's a football player. I did not see what happened with Jonah Williams. Survivor's remorse. Einson's dueling on the mound. BP still questionable. Even dealing on the mound, but I got you. Yes. And yes, the bullpen it's the biggest question they have, but I think we would all agree we are in a dramatically different place with how we feel about the bullpen today as 4 to 6 weeks ago when nobody could throw a strike. They've shortened it down and you're realizing who you feel like you can rely on. Hey, Brett, good morning. Mark, Les Miles comparison, Jay, is not flattering, but I know you'll argue and your point is taken. Mark, I have often said that Les Miles is dramatically underappreciated. He was unconventional. He was frustrating at times, but he also won 80% of his games in the toughest league in America, while the greatest coach in the history was in the league and had to play him every time, every season. So, look, Joe, it's not a terrible comparison. Like Les Miles won a national championship, which Jay has, played for another national championship, which he should have won, but for Nick Saban getting a redo he didn't deserve, and won 80% of his ball games in the toughest league in America while playing in the SEC West with Nick Saban. Again, he was unconventional. He was frustrating. There was a lot of times like that. But he also had a path where he hired great assistants. He was an incredible recruiter. We could talk about clock management, game day stuff, all that stuff, but how's that any different than what we're talking about here with Jay? You just feel like there was a time in 2007 or 10, 11, like when LSU was going good under Les, that, boy, people loved the hat and the grass eating and all that stuff. And then he became a punchline. I mean, you can do whatever you want, and it didn't end great. I get it. But you also can't lose sight of the fact that man, I've long defended his resume. I mean, to win 80% of your games in the SEC when you have to play Nick Saban every year is incredible. Won a championship, played for another, should have won the second one, and won 2 SEC titles, played for a third. He had a great run. Like, that is an objective fact. Les had a great run at LSU. Let's see. David, good morning. Let's see. Mark S. I hang dry most with you. Got to Tim Gotro, good morning. Master Chiefs. No, I don't even know what Master Chief is in Halo. It's different because I don't feel Jay is crazy the way Les seemed to be. I'm not talking about personality. I'm talking about results. You know what I mean? Les was very run heavy, played defense, run, wouldn't open up the passing game, was super frustrating. We all know. But how is that different than Jay's incessant bunting right now and reliance on small ball when that's not what his team does? On a day where Jake Brown hits 2 homers, you have him bunt in the 7th inning when you're trying to walk off the game and run rule your opponent. There's just a lot of that stuff. There you go. Look at all the questions today. He is unconventional. Who at Gulf South made the point of like Josh Pearson went 4 for 4 in game 1 against A&M, and then he benches him for John Pearson, makes his first start ever. In what, baby? In game 2 last week. You know, it's like
Not for that, sir.
we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna go get dressed. You want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi, Dad. But we're going.
Where are we going?
JJ.
All right, we're gonna go get dressed.
Then goes JJ's house. It's Sunday.
Okay.
Okay.
Sunday. Hold on. So Jordan, don't miss the point. Not the national championship game against Alabama. What I'm saying is that they already beat Alabama on the road. Alabama did not deserve a redo. LSU should have played Oklahoma State for the championship, and they would have beaten the crap out of Oklahoma State and won the national championship. That's my point. Since we're on the topic, I ranked Saban, Miles Ogeron, and any former coaches in that order. If you're just talking about those 3. JDPL had LSU about room number 1 in the SEC. Crazy. I think that's probably a typo, Fred. What did you mean about room? I bet that's supposed to be QB room, which is not wrong. I mean, if you get the best quarterback in the league, you should be there. Go this way. Ty Fly. Hey, Drew. Creed. All right, y'all. Let's wrap this thing up. I got to get Drew dressed. We got to get out of here. Go have a Mother's Day. Y'all have an awesome day. Shout out to all the moms. Hope you have a magnificent day and everybody treats you like queens and takes great care of you today because you spend your lives taking care of us. So we appreciate all the moms out there. I think Bear needs to talk to his bat some more. He needs to have like the Pedro Serrano conversation. Jobu, I go to you. I stick up for you. You no help me now. I say, forget you, Jobu. I do it myself. That's for bats. Keep bats warm. Gracias. Amigo, you can't just... You're welcome. All right, let's get out of here. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. By the way, shopwithmatt.com. I don't know how long they're keeping that URL active. But for unique aesthetics, shopwithmatt.com. You can't use the services until they open June 1, but the best prices you'll ever see. Shopwithmatt.com. Check it out. Okay, y'all have an awesome day.